This is 17 News with continuing coronavirus coverage.
Governor Gavin Newsom will be introducing a new initiative to help order Californians to stay connected online. Well, let's take a listen in and see what he has to say.
My comments by thanking all 25,000 and those of you that are out there that have the kind of expertise that may have retired recently or are looking to get their license renewed, please check out the healthcorps.ca.gov website and contribute your time in a compensated manner to meet this moment. We're also getting a lot of questions at this moment about masks, not just N95 masks, not just surgical masks, not just masks for our frontline employees, particularly our healthcare professionals, but people that are in the grocery stores wondering if they should have a mask, people walking the streets, walking their dog, going to do essential business in the state of California, whether it's appropriate for them, whether it's advisable for them to have face coverings. We've been processing this over the course of the last number of days. There's a number of viral videos that are filling up my inbox. I imagine many of you watching as well, Czechoslovakia and other parts of the globe that have moved aggressively to advance protocols on face masks or other kinds of face shields and the like. We have a team that is considering guidance in this space to make recommendations whether or not we think this is appropriate. But let me caution on this topic a number of things. We are in real need of traditionally, surgical masks and these N95 masks. We are out there sourcing them from all around the globe. We have distributed some 32.4 million N95 masks to date, 32.4 million N95 masks, but we have ordered over 100 million of these masks. We need 100+ million N95 masks just to meet the needs within our healthcare delivery system. The concern we have when we talk about face coverings in masks is people run to get the N95s or they run to get the surgical masks, of which we are procuring tens of millions of surgical masks at the same time. And so we want to be cautious in this space. We want to be guided by science. And I'll just say this respectfully, science is a bit incomplete in this space. A lot of people are promoting face coverings and masks. Others caution that it is not a substitute for physical distancing, which it is not, and that it could create a sense that it is and may reduce the protocols that have worked so effectively so far here in the state of California. But know that we are looking to put out guidance on this. We'll put out our recommendations in short order as it relates to face coverings. And those recommendations will include the principal obligation we all have to continue our physical distancing, our social distancing, to wash our hands. And if we are putting face coverings on, we'll lay out guidelines in specific terms of what that means and what it doesn't mean. The last thing we want are people putting on coverings and moving them, their hands, not washing their hands, and potentially creating additional issues, people getting the wrong kind of impression that somehow now they're absolutely immune from contracting the virus and the like. But I know that this is becoming a major issue all across the United States. CDC has implied they'll be putting out some guidelines. I know the President himself and others have made reference to the same. We get this question all the time. When you go to a grocery store, people are trying to practice appropriate physical distancing. You feel like you're not necessarily capable of doing that in a short queue. The appropriateness of having these masks or a version of face covering. We recognize that anxiety and we want to meet that in terms of recommending specific strategies. And so expect in the next 24 or so hours that the state of California will put out more prescriptive guidelines in that space. We also are very proud here in California. We had incredible leadership that is demonstrable in the state by Cesar Chavez. That leadership was recognized formally as this day is every year, Cesar Chavez Day. And in the spirit of contribution, in the spirit of service, in the spirit of meeting this moment, we are also announcing an effort to do more and do better to protect our seniors in the state of California. We have 5.3 million Californians that are 65 years and older. And we've been doing some remarkable things at the local level to check in on our seniors, wellness checks to make sure they're getting their medications, making sure they're getting their prescriptions. But we need to step things up significantly. And that's what we are announcing here today, a statewide initiative, working with our partners at the AARP.
That was Governor Gavin Newsom. He's talking right now, introducing a new initiative to help older Californians to stay connected online. And you can continue watching Governor Gavin Newsom's whole announcement on our Facebook page. Well, the numbers of confirmed coronavirus cases in Kern County has jumped up yet again. Kern County Public Health Services says they now have 84 total cases. Yesterday, the total was 76. Public Health says 7 people have had to be hospitalized. There are 1,781 negative tests and 979 pending tests, plus 1 person has died. And here's a look at how these cases break down by region. 16 in the Valley region, 43 West Bakersfield, 19 in East Bakersfield, 2 in the mountain areas, and 2 in the desert areas. Well, this map does not include the 2 non-residents who have tested positive. And today, the Kern County Board of Supervisors unanimously approves the ratification of a local public health emergency due to the coronavirus pandemic. Yesterday's Public Health Director Matt Constantine declared a local emergency. According to Public Health, the new declaration will free up resources and funding for the department and provide them with more control over the department's response. This is separate from the state of emergencies that the city and county declared weeks ago. According to Constantine, the county has a total of 235 ventilators, not including surge capacity. Kern Medical Center CEO Russell Judd says a few specially made ventilators can treat up to 4 people at once. Well, 2 weeks ago, the Public Health Department said community spread was unlikely. Now, the same department has declared a local health emergency. 17's Karen Waugh explains what that means.
As coronavirus numbers have surged, Public Health has declared a local health emergency. But what exactly does that mean?
It allows the ability to implement plans to work with partners to ensure targeted populations have access to health care, medications, and equipment. And finally, this ability allows us to access resources from the state and federal government.
This also means Public Health can order which businesses can and can't stay open.
Last week, we sent out health inspectors to every business that we had received some sort of complaint on, asking them to heed the recommendation from the governor.
To help out businesses hit hard by closures.
So there has been launched a business response team that businesses can go online and seek out support and answers and services.
As for what will stay open,
our police and fire response, our trash, sewer, and water services will remain intact.
Parks will be kept open too, but with more restrictions, like caution tape prohibiting the use of playgrounds and sports equipment.
We're asking everyone to please practice social distancing in our parks. Because this has been somewhat of a challenge, we're going to begin to increase our signage.
And hospitals are expanding.
The governor has asked that every hospital develop a plan where we can take 40% greater the number of patients than we do on a regular basis.
In case of any overflow, there's also a plan to put up an alternative care site at the fairgrounds.
They're being set up in 250-person increments in separate pods.
Public Health says their current supply of PPE will last 2 more weeks until the state can replenish them.
At this point, we don't have an imminent need, but we believe there will be resources that will be available and additional requirements that we may have. So this is our opportunity to position the county well.
In Bakersfield, Karen Waugh, 17 News.
And once again, here is a look at where you can get tested. Priority Urgent Care's 4 locations, Accelerated Urgent Care on Coffee Road and Stockdale Highway, Omni Health, local hospitals are testing patients, and Dignity Health offers a free online checkup for people with milder symptoms. Reminder, you will only be tested if you are showing symptoms, so call your doctor first. And the county has a way for you to connect to the internet for free. County officials say local libraries are offering Wi-Fi hotspots. You won't be able to go inside because they're closed right now, but you can bring a laptop or a device to the parking lot and connect from there. And if you don't live by a library, Allsoap said it's also likely any county building you live by will also carry a free Wi-Fi signal. And KHSD will deploy school buses to act as Wi-Fi hotspots starting today. The buses will make stops every 30 minutes in different areas, and students will be able to connect to the Wi-Fi. All they need to do is be within 150 feet of the bus. Also, all KHSD comprehensive sites are available with hotspots to all students in the community. Anyone with a Wi-Fi capable device is able to connect. And Chief Administrative Officer Ryan Oslo pleaded with people to keep supporting local businesses as owners and workers are really hurting from this pandemic.
Order some food, have it brought in, have it delivered, practice social distancing, go pick it up in your car. They have measures in place. But our local restaurants are the soft underbelly of this economy. They're the first to feel it. They employ lots of folks who are out of jobs. I have family in the restaurant business. I have family members who park cars for a living. They're all out of their job.
We're back right after the break. Welcome back. In your 17 Health Watch, more research is suggesting that the death rate from the coronavirus is lower than originally thought. British researchers analyzed data from cases in mainland China, as well as those who were from Wuhan and on the Diamond Princess cruise ship. They found the death rate from confirmed COVID-19 cases is estimated at 1.38%, but the overall death rate, which includes unconfirmed cases, is estimated at 0.66%. That's lower than what was previously reported, but still higher than previous pandemics. However, the death and hospitalization rates both increased sharply with age. Nearly 20% of those over the age of 80 are likely to require hospitalization, compared with around 1% of those under 30. And a new study is shedding light on some of the eye problems coronavirus patients are having. Chinese researchers examined 38 patients with clinically confirmed COVID-19. Nearly a third had eye issues that included redness, watery eyes, and increased secretions. They also experienced chiosis, which is swelling of the inner lining of the eyelid. The symptoms also occurred in patients with more severe COVID-19 and had higher markers of inflammation. Well, let's send things over to Kevin Charette with a look outdoors.
Well, Nicole, it is a beautiful, beautiful day out here. The sun is shining, and I know we're all self-quarantined. If you're enjoying things at your home as well, let's take a look at the temperature outside. And right now we're in the 60s. We're going to be on our way up near 70 this afternoon, so a beautiful day ahead for everybody. As you take a look, 63 for Bakersfield, the west-northwest wind at 7. Overnight, we were at 48 degrees. We were at 48, and as you can see, that is right on track with normal for this time of year. As we take a look at the normal high, that is 71, and overall, we're looking at a great day. We've got clear skies around the area, and no changes on that front. As we go throughout the next few days, we are going to watch for Sunday and Monday as the system will roll on. And we've got some clouds into northern California and also down to the south, but we're right in the middle. And other than a few high clouds, I'm not expecting much. And you can see temperatures today, 74 in Fresno, 78 in Los Angeles, so nearing 80, 68 in San Diego. And we take a look at the Pacific, and we're going to be tracking a few storms out of the north. Very little impact on that. You can see to the south near the Baja Peninsula, a few high clouds may drift our way. Now here's a look at Futurecast, and this is going to be in motion. And as we approach Sunday, that's when we're going to look for a system to maybe arrive. And this is on Monday at midnight, so it doesn't look like an arrival until late Sunday night into early Monday, and then it will be out of here by late Monday. So it'll be in and out pretty quick, and you can see the rain amounts right around, well, this morning wanted to put around a tenth, and you can see this model is over-exaggerating. I'm going to put that out there right now. I don't think we're going to get an inch of rain, and that's typical when we see these systems a little ways out. They over-exaggerate, so we'll be watching those numbers. I think it'll be more around a tenth of an inch as of right now. We're looking at lower 70s today, 71 in Bakersfield, 72 in Wasco, 70 in Taft, and then for the mountains and the Kern River Valley. Beautiful day, just a little on the windy side. Winds gusting around 45, 63 in Frazier Park, 59 in Tehachapi, and right near 67 for Lake Isabella. Into the desert, we'll look at sunny skies here, a little bit breezy, 72 in Mojave. and your extended forecast. As you can see, sunny skies through Friday, and then Sunday, Monday, that chance of rain, and temperatures are just going to be perfect. And then for the mountain forecast, 50s pretty much across the board, a chance of rain coming in Sunday, Monday. I do expect it to be a little bit on the windy side through tomorrow for you. And then for the Kern River Valley, we'll look at sunny skies through Friday, a little breezy through tomorrow, but nice and comfortable into those 60s. So get out, enjoy the beautiful weather. There's a lot to do at your home, and I'll tell you, I've been busy, Nicole, doing a lot of yard work.
It seems like it, Kevin. Well, you have a gorgeous backyard. Thanks for that. Well, the Better Business Bureau is seeing a surge in COVID-19 related scams. Up next, tips on how to avoid being taken advantage of. Plus, today is Taco Tuesday. How can you get your hands on some for free?
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back to your 17 Business Watch. Well, if you are itching to get out of the house, you might want to hit the Taco Bell drive-thru. The chain is giving away nacho cheese Doritos Locos Tacos today at participating locations. No purchase is necessary, and it's only available while supplies last. Taco Bell typically gives away free tacos during major sporting events. The CEO said in an open letter, today's giveaway is to show the company's appreciation and that we're all in it together. And the federal government hasn't issued a single stimulus check yet, but scammers are already trying to steal the money from Americans. That's just one of many coronavirus-related scams making the rounds right now. NBC's Liz McLaughlin shows us what to look out for.
With coronavirus fears heightened and many businesses shut down, scammers are taking advantage.
This that's going on right now in our lifetime, we have not seen it.
The Better Business Bureau is seeing a surge in COVID-19 related scams, many in the form of robocalls.
The coronavirus is spreading,
looking to steal money and personal information. Some offering coronavirus insurance, vent cleaning, or testing.
Anytime someone starts asking for personal information, you need to stop at that point, hang up the phone, and call an official number for that particular agency.
According to the FBI, scammers are also targeting those looking for relief from the newly passed stimulus bill. But if you click on a link like this one, it could cost you.
We want people to be aware that that is not how the government operates, and you will not receive an unsolicited email from the government for your economic stimulus check.
There are also emails circulating that claim to be from health organizations, but contain malware. Hackers are also targeting workers transitioning to a home office and businesses with overstretched IT teams.
A lot of the business class security software that you enjoy in the office doesn't necessarily translate to your work from home setup.
Help protect your devices by updating security patches on current software and downloading virus protection. And perhaps most importantly, think before you click. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Again, be aware of any unsolicited calls, text, or emails about stimulus checks. The IRS specifies on its website that there is no sign-up required and no need to call for stimulus payments. The agency will post information when it's available on www.irs.gov/coronavirus. Well, still ahead on noon, we talk with a local first responder about COVID-19, why they're responding differently to emergencies because of the coronavirus pandemic. Welcome back. Well, this morning on Sunrise, Andrew Freeborn, the PI Fire Department, joined us discussing what they are doing different during the COVID-19 pandemic and also providing some ideas for families on how to make a safety plan.
What's changed for you and for firefighters? How are you guys doing your jobs differently right now during the pandemic?
Well, during this pandemic, the Kern County Fire Department, as usual, is still providing emergency services for the community. As with other crises that might affect the community, we're out there working long hours. We're working extra. We're out there working overtime, trying to make sure that the community stays safe. To do so, we have to make sure that the firefighters stay safe as well, because if they're safe, then that helps the community. So some of the things that have changed because of this recent COVID-19 coronavirus really starts at the level of the dispatching. They will work to gather extra information that will help those firefighters that are responding, other first responders that are going to these calls, to ensure that the safety of personnel responding is met. The firefighters that arrive on scene will a lot of times use extra precautions as well, with extra personal protective equipment, as well as some of the things that they do.
All right. Is there a difference in any of the incidents that you're responding to now? We've heard that with local law enforcement, that they're cutting back on certain in-person responses. Is the fire department doing anything like that?
No, we're not cutting back on in-person responses. The one change that the community might notice is if there's a person that is having a medical problem, they've called 911. Typically, you're going to see those 3 firefighters just come right on into the home all together as a group. Now, if individuals are stating that they're having this persistent dry cough, this really shortness of breath, this fever, they're presenting symptoms that are in line and potentially could be a positive COVID-19 coronavirus patient, you will have the one firefighter that crosses the threshold. The other 2 will continue to monitor from a distance as that other firefighter makes that first contact, establishing what needs to be done from there. So what's happening is we're still responding to all calls, but we're just being a little systematic and a little cautious as we handle those calls.
This is 17 News with continuing coronavirus coverage.